Hey guys, this week's video is dedicated to the complete recovery of Masha Bas Bat Sheva. Nowadays, many people are very conscious and intentional about what they put in their bodies. Whether it's medical stuff, especially food, right? These are multi-billion dollar industries and people do their research on it. And they're very conscious what they put in their body. They're willing to pay more for it. And every week there's a new study coming out saying this is the new superfood. This is what's trending. This is all the health benefits of X, Y, and Z. And then 2 weeks later, you might have another study saying, nope, that same exact food, here's all the downsides to eating that. And it seems like this goes back and forth, right? And physically, you can't tell the difference between organic bananas and non-organic bananas, a free-range chicken or not free-range chicken. But everybody knows, especially those who are conscious about what they put in their body, just because you can't see a physical difference between two food items, we know it has an actual physical effect on your body, especially over time. So just because two things look the same doesn't mean it's going to have the same effect on you. This is well known. Why am I talking about this? In this week's Torah portion, Parashat Shemini, we have many of the laws of kosher. What are the signs of a kosher animal? Split hooves, chewing the cud. For kosher fish, fins and scales. What is kosher? Kosher food looks exactly the same as non-kosher food. You can't tell the difference apart physically, but it does have a spiritual effect on you. It's not about the health benefits of eating kosher, even though for many years people thought it's healthier to eat kosher, and maybe in the past it was. Nowadays, that never was the reason for kosher, even if there were benefits to it physically. Right? There's many non-kosher food that's just as nutritional, if not more. It has nothing to do with that. It's a spiritual idea that eating this physical food that's going to become part of your body, it's going to become one with you, has a spiritual effect on your soul. It has an effect on your spiritual life. Well, how can that be? I don't see any difference between the foods. Well, nowadays, we know that there are many foods that look the same but have different physical effects on your body. Well, with kosher, it has a spiritual effect on your body. Certain foods can clog up your spiritual arteries. Certain foods clear your arteries and detox and help you. That is the ideas of kosher. We absorb what we eat. You are what you eat very much applies to kosher. You don't always see the direct correlation, but it very much has an effect on your spiritual life. It's something to think about when we think about kosher. Too many times we just think about the price point, or we think about they look the same. If it's health, well, this food is just as healthy. It's not about that. It's we have to have a paradigm shift when it comes to kosher. It's a spiritual idea. There are many commentaries describing that the signs for kosher, split hooves and chewing your cud. Chewing your cud is the idea of thinking things over before you speak, before you do something. Split hooves is the idea of interacting with the world around us, right? There's two sides that are touching the ground, but the middle is raised from the ground. That's to remind us that as we interact with the world, we have to remember that our mission in this world is to elevate the world around us. Not get so caught up in the world, stuck in the mud, but to remember that we have to elevate the world around us. Everything in kosher is intentional and has a beautiful effect and brings blessing to the home. Try it. It's baby steps. You don't have to jump in right away, but you'll be surprised there are thousands and thousands of mainstream kosher products in the supermarket right around the corner from you. It's a beautiful mitzvah. Shabbat Shalom.